Exciting episode of the Andre The Beast Crayton Show, the after Thanksgiving, getting ready for Christmas, New Year special, and what better way to kick it off than with two of Indy's premier artists. We had them on before, and they're back again to not only talk about what's in store for 2026, but also their new EP. Let's welcome the one, the only 12.
What up?
And the one, the only Dead Silence.
What's happening?
What's up, guys?
Chilling, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. That jacket is killing.
Oh, much love. Yeah, got this from Hang Time.
Really?
Off of 38.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man, that is tight. And it's not even the Coast colors, but it look good, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That black and white. Yeah.
So let's get right down to it. Let's talk about this collaboration of this new song that you got out. We playing it on the IMB station, and it's got some meaning behind it. How did all that come about?
Man, that was part of the EP, and I've been dying to work with Dead Silence for I don't know how long, and I've been talking to my manager about it, Uncle Jam. So, when the opportunity finally came about, he made it happen. He made a couple phone calls. We, got in touch with Dead Silence, and thank God, and made it all happen and wrapped it up, man.
But what do you mean it took so long? Because you both are from Indianapolis. I'm pretty sure you had to cross each other's paths a long time ago.
Yeah, we did. Actually, I'm going to tell you the first time I met Silence.
Uh-oh, here we go.
But no, I mean, it's a lot of artists in the city, you know what I mean? You try to work with a lot of people, he's a busy man, I'm a busy man, so lining up schedules can get difficult. But nah, the first time I met Silence, man, and I loved him from day one. I was on stage and I was performing, and I remember looking out in the audience, and he was the only one, the first one, I ain't gonna say the only one, but the first one that stood up and started going nuts, like, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, you know what I mean? And I was like, hey, the fact, I didn't even know, he was another artist,
right.
And then I was like, the fact that he stood up and was supporting me, that was A+. And then later on when I found out, like, oh, no, he be rapping, like, oh, and then I started hearing his music, and I'm like, I'm on the floor. And then for another artist to salute another artist, to me is like, it's a high honor,
But how old were you when you met him? When all this took place, when you first saw him?
I don't know, man. And this was years ago when this first happened.
You guys were both probably young and just trying to filter your way into the music industry.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. What was it like for you when you met 12?
It was smooth, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the fact when artists just got a chill demeanor about them and it's natural. So I really appreciate the fact, first time I chopped it up with him a couple of times, just seeing how he moves and all that, like just staying out the way, no drama, minds his business, does what he does, keeps it cool. And it's just him. So, yeah, ever since then, I was like, oh, yeah, definitely be a good time to, make music with him eventually. And, in fact, the last time, I never forget, this was, it was when October London performed, when he came here. Because I never forget, it was you and Kelsey Marie that did a song, and then you did a song solo. And, and then I think I was before y'all as well. Yeah. So, I never forget, coming off the stage, and then we chopped it up with each other, we dapped up each other, and was like, yeah, man, we definitely got to get something going on. And we both was like, bet, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's great to just see everything come as a full circle, because I believe that was like, if I had to recall, 3.5 years ago, what about like 3.5 years ago, it feels like it. But yeah, just see.
You gotta speak in your mic, or we won't be able to hear nothing that you say.
I'm just saying, I agree. I ain't wanna take his shine, man. He holding the mic right now.
So let me ask you a question. What was it about 12's music that you liked, and what was it about Dead Silence that you liked? I can tell you my spin on it. your music, Silence, is, I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more of an awakening.
Yeah.
You know, of an enlightenment part of your life, coming from darkness to light. Every time I hear a lyric or listen to a new song that we play, I'm like, wow, you know, this brother went from here to here, and you're educating people at the same time, and I guess trying to tell them that that you can release that pain.
Yeah.
You can release that pain. You don't have to like hold on to it. Mm-hmm. With 12, I don't know. I mean, I just see so much task. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get something different in every single song that comes out. You know what I mean? Did I get it right?
Yeah, that's how I was trained.
What do you mean that's how you was trained?
A long time ago, I was signed to a record label called Keeping the Real Records. Shout out to Pretty Mo. I don't know if y'all remember the song, but who the best riders, Crooked Eye Riders, all of that. Yeah.
I was probably listening to Kenny G at that time.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Kenny G.
All right. Let's get a little saxophone or something going on. But no, and so we had to act that time. This is, kind of back when, but we went through artist development. And so that was one of the things that I was taught was always be different, never go stale, always try to add a different ingredient or take one ingredient out, or just always try to keep it changing up so you just don't go stale to the audience.
Were you guys not familiar with artist development when you first started out?
A lot of artists aren't, but hold up, I want to answer a question that you had asked me just a few minutes ago about Silence's music.
Okay.
What I thought when I very first heard Silence's music was, oh my God.
Right on.
Because he comes with the lyrical content, but I'm gonna tell you what I heard was it's different. It's so smooth.
Yeah.
It's what they call melodic.
Melodic.
Melodic. Yeah, that. Yeah. My God, that and it just it's.
What about the voice? I just want.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's smooth, man, and then it got hard beats and stuff to go with it, man. And that's what I wanted to capture in this EP, man. That's why I had to get him on there, man. I was like, man, I need that sound.
Yeah,
I can't reproduce that. Yeah. That's only a silence.
I be trying it every time we play the music. I be like, I just wanna see.
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
So, I got now it's your turn now. So like I never forget, and this was when you was on stage. It's something about so like rapping is it's a technique. And there's many deliveries that you can apply to a technique.
I like the way he said that. I never heard it done like that. Keep going.
Very articulate.
So like
I just wanna see.
So like rapping can be approached in different methods. And I never forget hearing him on stage. And it was all the songs that he did had a different type of approach to how he delivered through the cadence of the beat. That's what made me think, okay, you got rappers, and then you got MCs.
What's the difference?
Rappers, you could be stuck on a particular style. Like your style is your style. But this right here is an MC. MCs, they're versatile. You could dang near give this dude any type of beat, and he'll find a way to break down how to approach it to where it sounds smooth. You're going to get a smooth 16 out of this guy. Dang near any type of beat. Any beat that I've heard him rap on stage, he's killed it. I've literally sat back and be like, oh yeah, that's what make me stand up and be like, oh yeah, hey, he's nice. Like, so
I never heard it. I never heard that as many people as I had on the show. I never heard nobody articulate it like that. Like, the difference between a rapper and an MC. Let me ask you a question. Ask both of you guys this. What are you missing out of what were you missing in your journey in your music game to get perfection? Because you're still elevating. But what I mean by that is just like when I was a professional bodybuilder, I got the audience going to give me one feed. The judge is going to tell me what I need.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Understood.
And I have to do that. So how did you do? What was you missing in your music journey that you had to elevate, and who did you learn it from?
Man, I go first. Just off top, a mentor. I never had a mentor to where I could be like, okay, I can study sales from you. I can study how to be an entrepreneur from you. You giving me 100% of the game. Like, teach me about how I can make my merch. Teach me about ROI. Like, teach me how I can make like a consistent amount of flips within this time period. That connects this, that. Like, just teach me. Right. And it doesn't have to be like give me all the game, but just give me something to where I'm like, oh dang, this is different. Let me dig deeper into this rabbit hole right here. I never had a mentor like that to where I can be like, dang, like I really want to be under your wing. So
was it because at that particular, let me just be real. Shit, this is the show.
Go ahead.
Let's just talk about the crab in the bucket. Maybe you was experiencing both of you guys, a lot of the crab in the buckets. That's been notorious with, is it prevalent, and was it prevalent in your career?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
When you say, go ahead, 12.
Because when it comes to this, see, rap is a different beast.
Yes.
Than any other genre that there is. And that's because it started as battle. It started as a sport. So it's competition off the top. And so whenever you get competition involved, you always gonna get egos involved. And whenever egos get involved, that's when it become the crab in the barrel type thing.
How do you drop the ego? How do you set aside? Let me thank you for the download. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the download. We all have egos.
Yes.
True that.
Yes.
But I always tell people this is my saying. You can live by the cheers or die by the booze.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you both had to drop your egos? Because let's get real, we all had it. But then that light.
I know, man.
Yeah. When did you have it? What was the experience like for both of you guys?
So me, I never forget. So, of course, when it comes down to any type of product that we make, we put confidence and, pride and all this behind anything that we put out energy-wise into the public. Any type of entrepreneur, any type of craft, your genre, your style, anything that you have, you want to make sure when you put it out there, you like, I stand 10 toes. This is 100% my product. I'm confident. I'm nice. I'm my own fan. Some people should like it. Not everybody is my audience, but some people should like it. The thing that got me, it was the very first time when I dropped music. It was on all platforms. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I'm that dude. It was 2 songs at the same time. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to tear everybody up with these. They got 2 streams, 2 weeks. So I'm like, this hit different. So, I try a little bit of marketing every now and then. I'm new with everything, keep in mind. And then that's when it hit me. I'm like, okay, I may think I'm nice, but that doesn't mean that I can't get better. And then I got hit with a quote, Clayton English on the 85 South Show. And he said, you know what, sometimes I can be better than my best.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
dang. Yeah.
So I should always be open-minded to learning regardless of how I feel about what I put out there. I can always get better. I can always improve. I can find some different methods, learn some different styles, and just to be open-minded outside of my perspective of my creativity. Of course, we're going to feel good about what we put out there, but that doesn't mean that that's the end road. So
not to cut you off, but I want to keep the viewers engaged to what's going on here. How old were you when the ego shift happened? Because I think that plays a key factor in developing boys to men.
23.
Okay, so you were still young.
I was younger. I don't know exactly what age. Okay, so when I started off, I started off in a group. So when you start off in the group, you kind of get humbled real quick, with other artists, off the top. Especially me being the youngest one in the group. The other guys was older than me. So I got humbled. So that ego, I couldn't have that ego when I'm looking up to other people. I can't be, I'm the one, I can't do that when I'm looking up to these other two guys like, man, y'all hard, y'all tight, I'm trying to get like that, and stuff like that. So, and then right after that, again, like I said, I got signed with Keeping It Real. So, and that was, when I got signed, there was 14 artists on the label altogether. So, and we constantly stayed in competitions and stuff. So you constantly got humble. So I'll tell you a little game that we had. Only people from Keeping It Real know this, so this is exclusive. What we used to do, man, like I said, it was 14 artists on the label. So what we used to do is Prinny Mo used to turn on a track and used to play all through the ceiling or whatever, all the speakers. And so we had to stand in a circle, and we all had to have our hands out. And we called it short dog. That's what the name of the game was, short dog. And everybody had to hold their hands out. And Prinny Mo would point. He'd be like, you, go. And we would have to rap, freestyle off the top of the dome. We had to stand in the middle and just rap and just go. All right, so, and you couldn't, what was the rules? You couldn't say the same thing, or basically you couldn't repeat yourself. You had to stay hard. You had to stay consistent. And I forget what the other rule was. You can't run out of breath or little stuff like that. And so you have to stay on point at all times. And at any moment, while you're standing in a circle like this, the artist that's in the middle can just reach out and tap you. And when they reach out and tap you, then you have to take the mic right then and there. And the rules of the game normally was, sometimes we deviated from this, but you have to come in off that last artist's word. So whatever so
you got to pay attention to what you're saying too.
You got to listen to what they saying. You got to try to stay on topic, whatever the topic may be. And then if you didn't, what everybody would do was everybody would stop and everybody would point to you and say short dog. And so what you would have to do is go stand in the corner with your face to the corner while everybody else and their mission was to rap bad about you. So now everybody roasting you.
Wow. I like that. I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, I gotta be a part of that.
And so that kept our pencils sharp at all times. But doing stuff like that, you can't have no ego. You can't be, I'm the one. Nah, because at any moment, short dog.
Yep.
So Silence, when you got ready, when your ego, I didn't give you a chance to finish, but what happened when you recognized your ego, and how did you change it?
I recognized my ego when I felt like I deserve everybody to like everything that I put out. I deserve everybody to feel like I have the best product, I got the best music, I got the best this, that everybody should know that. But I ain't get my feet wet enough at the time. This is just me, I'm fresh coming into this thing, like, right. You know what, hey, I feel like I'm the best. And that was my fault. Why am I approaching this like I should be the best, when in actuality, like, I haven't even found my style yet. I haven't even found my niche yet as an artist.
Right.
I haven't tapped into like marketing tactics. I haven't tapped into like networking. And I haven't tapped into being open-minded outside of the experience that I've yet to have. So I really came into things like ignorant, just to be honest.
Yeah.
And it was the more that I continued to experiment with my craft, my style, networking, just being open-minded, the more that I'm like, oh, dang, like, it only gets even better. Things keep getting better. But I had to keep this thing of, be humble and be open-minded, and don't be afraid to understand that it'll always be deeper than how you think. Always. You could put out something, you could be like, oh, dang, this is what it is.
Have you guys ever put out some stuff that you really didn't think it would go over, and all of a sudden it turns out to be like an OMG moment for you? What was that like? Either one of you guys.
It's shocking. I mean,
And what was it? What was the song, if you remember? I know you got a lot of them.
yeah, it was one in particular. It was one called Trip.
Do I have that?
I don't know. It's on YouTube. I shot a video for it in Cincinnati.
I'll find it.
But yeah, I didn't think that would do nearly as well as it did.
Why?
It's more of a slow song, like it's more for the females.
It's called what now?
Trip.
I got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a female song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I catered to the women on that, but I didn't expect that response. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna, do something for the ladies or whatever, and the response was massive. Like,
when you say response, what was it? What? Explain a little bit deeper. When you say the response was massive, did you do like Silence, put it out on all the platforms, and how did you know it became a success?
When it was out on the platforms and people were streaming it as much, and then I was looking at the numbers and at the pie charts, and was like, really, I didn't think that was gonna, do as well as it did. I was hoping that it did, something, but I didn't think it would do that well. Again, it's not celebrity status as far as like Usher, no numbers or whatever, but it was definitely impressive.
But it was impressive for you and what you did. What about you, Silence?
Tiptoe. I got this record called Tiptoe.
Tiptoeing all the way to the top.
Yeah, and it was crazy because that was one of the first records that I put out, and at first, put it out, the response was okay, but it wasn't what I thought it would be reaction wise.
Really?
Put it out, a couple of folks reacted to it, then it died down. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. And the crazy thing is, I just got into the sync licensing industry, and this was like a couple of years after I dropped the thing. So I'm new to sync licensing. I'm learning like the business. I'm learning the logistics. Like I'm just learning this like on my own. I'm chopping it up with a dude out in Britain about this. He's putting me up on game. Shout out to In the Groove Music. And I never forget waking up one day and same thing as you. I check so it's called Spotify by artist. So you could check to see the demographic of where people listening to your music at, whether this be overseas, like the states, the cities, the age gap, it breaks it all down.
Yeah.
And then I see a whole bunch of folks from Italy. And I'm like, Italy? What? So I wait until when you're a part of those quarterly reports that BMI sends out, when it comes down to the royalties that you get, it breaks down where your music being played. So the first one that popped up, it said Scam Italia. And I'm like, Scam Italia? So instantly go to Google, Scam Italia. And it's the show out in Italy. And my guy pitched it to one of the music supervisors for the show called Scam Italia, and they put it on the ending credits. So yeah, I found that out. I seen the title, so I played this thing. So keep in mind, I'm watching this show, and they're speaking like French. So I'm like, I don't know none of this.
Right.
So I keep on skimming throughout it every now and then I heard my song, and I'm like, oh, snap. It was at the ending credits. Tiptoeing all the way to the top. And I check YouTube. They're like, yeah, I'm here from Scam Italia. I heard your song, Dead Silent. And I'm like, what? So yeah.
But did the song match the show?
Yes, it did. Which is crazy. Like, I wouldn't expect people from Italy to be like, here's this song from America, and I feel like it fits the end of the vibe of the show. Never would have expected that. Oh, and they put Hustle Machine on there too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Now I knew Hustle Machine that was gonna do good, but Tiptoe, I had no idea.
When you was writing, I'm gonna go back to you. I just like that tiptoeing all the way to the top. It don't have a whole bunch of words to go to it. It's like everybody thinks tiptoeing out. I'm like, you didn't. I could be wrong. It's
you right.
Kind of like you didn't put a lot of effort in it, but just the hook and the beat just make you go.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need, just the hook, man.
Sometimes simple does.
Really?
Oh yeah, simplicity.
So that was just a simple thing. You was probably eating some Cheetos or something.
I think it was candy corn.
Now let me ask a question. I'm so great because you guys are definitely two of my favorite rappers, and let me not leave out Dempsey. You know, Dempsey he's just a different breed.
Dog.
What do you think about Dempsey? Let's go with Dempsey for real quick before I ask my question. What's your take on Dempsey? He just has
You heard Dempsey?
Yeah, man, that's a cool dude right there, man.
He just got a smooth. I tell you why I like Dempsey. I'm a super fly guy. I grew up in that era, you know, and every beat I can relate to. I'd be like, doom, 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 doom. I was like, oh shit, let me cut it up. What's your take on somebody like the different styles that you guys have to listen to, and do you incorporate like styles like yours and Dempsey's and other rappers into your career without letting them know it? You know what I mean? Because is it cool to steal a little bit of something from everybody?
Yeah. I'm gonna answer that up top. Yeah, I mean, we're artists. I mean, we're all influenced by something.
Yeah.
Someone. Now I'm not gonna say like just rip off all of they stuff, but I'm just like a gesture or a way somebody says something, or just something, something small that you can add to your arsenal.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. I was listening to T.I. recently, and and inside the ad lib he said, "Huh," that was it. Just a huh. In the middle of him rapping, it was something, huh? Something, you know what I mean? And I was like, just that little, huh, I want that. I like that. Just that little, it's just, but it ain't a lot. And again, he wouldn't know, you know what I mean?
Right.
But now that I said it, he would, but he wouldn't know, but and nobody else would know. But just that little bit just inspired me. Just, I like that. I'm gonna incorporate that in my stuff.
What about you, Sal?
Absolutely. I think one of the most pure examples is when you feature on the record with somebody. Like I want to see how they approach this beat, and they chopping it up with me about a feature, or I'm reaching out to somebody else and I'm like, hey, I want you to be a part of a feature. I kid you not, this is yesterday. In the middle of that snowstorm that randomly smacked the city.
Yeah, it sure smacked us while we was out.
Facts. It was crazy. And I'll never forget, the snow just started piling up. I'm caught up in traffic. Shout out to Legendary P, producer. He hit me up and was like, yo, my homegirl who says she chopped it up with you said she got an open verse. I'm like, bet, send me the song. Send me the song. I heard the beat. I heard the vocals. I'm seeing how she approached the song. I'm like, okay. Let me break these vocals down. Let me break these lyrics down so that I can match what she's saying meaningfulness-wise. Even our feature, I heard the beat. I heard how you approached it because you had your thing first laid down off top. I heard how you approached it. I did the hook. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. I based my hook off of what you told me before you even laid the record down for the vocals. And then when I heard you approach it, and then y'all was like, hey, so you gonna do a verse? And I'm like,
I want to say that too. Hey, that verse that's on that song, he wrote that right then and there in the studio. He didn't expect to be on this song. Like, I mean, he knew that he was gonna do the hook, but he thought that was it. And we was in the studio, and I was like, why ain't you in the booth? And he was like, what you mean? I just laid the hook. And I was like, nah.
And the crazy thing is, and I'm like, yeah, James said I was just going to do the hook. That's it. And then he was like, I know how you mean. Yeah, go ahead and do a verse. So I'm like, 10 minutes later, boom. All right, I got my verse.
How did you get your verse? Like, because take me in the mind of an artist. Like, we know you studied him, how he laid it down, but now you got hit with a surprise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How did you articulate it, and how did you know that was going to fit? Because you didn't get it, you ain't getting a chance to try it out. This is real. How do you know it's going to fit?
So I based it off of his cadence.
What do you mean by that? I'm not.
So it's his delivery when it comes down to the tempo of his lyrics within the beat.
Okay.
So I'm going through my Rolodex of all these verses that I've done throughout my whole life for songs that I ain't put out. And I got this one song, it never dropped like that, but I'm like, and I'm like, okay, this kind of matches the cadence, so it'll fit within that same pocket. Ironically, I didn't know that I would be on this type of time. So I'm like, okay, this is perfect. Let me just rearrange some of these bars real quick and see if it fits the flow of the song, the vibe of the song. And I never forget, like, typing all this up on my phone, swapping out a couple of bars. And as soon as I was done, I was like, oh, no. I had 2 bars left before I finished. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is it right here. And as soon as I was done, a couple of minutes after that, boom, verse done in 10 minutes.
Smoked it.
Yep, let me get in this booth, couple of ad-libs, drop the hook after that, song.
What did you think when you heard it?
Amazing. He just wrote that. I'm like, he just wrote that right there. Wow.
And I never forget. So I'm in the booth. I didn't even tell you about this. I'm in the booth. I just got done with the verse. And this is the first take. I hear them. I'm in the booth, but I hear them on the outside. They like, dang, wait, he really did that? I'm in the booth like,
They didn't cut the mics off.
So yeah, hey, I'm just glad everybody enjoyed the experience because that was amazing. That was nice.
It was nice.
Who came up with the idea to what was your idea behind writing the song, and what was your mindset with bringing Dead Silence on? And I noticed you, and you featured a lot of the Kneecap artists as well as Sid, Uncle Jams. What was your mindset when you was
talking
going
about for the video?
Yeah.
Well, okay, for the video, me and Uncle Jams was discussing, what are we gonna do? What locations can we get and stuff like that. So that already was a issue within itself. But then, thank God, I knew my boy Rockland. Shout out to Rockland Page, Rock-a-Block. If y'all don't know about it, learn about it.
Yeah.
But my homeboy Rockland that I knew in high school, he owns his own clothing store. So I talked to him and asked him, hey man, mind if I use your shop and I promote your shop in the video as well? And he always be cool. He's like, yeah man, anytime, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And so my idea behind it overall was just, I knew that I was going to be in the print shop, and I was just trying to think of something that we can do with that goes to something with printing, and why not print money?
Yeah.
And there you go. So so I was like, okay, we got a print shop, let's print money. Why not? And that's where the idea started.
How do you know when to take music, your song, to another level, such as videos? Because so many people are putting out, is it EPs?
Mm-hmm.
EPs and what is it, singles?
Singles, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know the difference. Yeah, I don't have neither one. How do you know when to transition? Because now you're gambling, Yeah, like,
and that's what it is. All of it is.
Yep.
It's all an investment.
Everything.
How hard is it to get return on investment in the video industry?
Very. In the music industry with videos is very difficult. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying the way that the streaming system works and the 0.01%.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they don't pay nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So to recoup what you put in sometimes you mainly do it for more promotional.
Mm-hmm. When you let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about ROI, return on investment. You guys been in the game for quite some time. Not saying you're old. I mean you put your work in.
I'm old.
Nobody's making mega millions like Usher. What's it in between artists like, let's say, for instance, Usher or T.I. and Rick Ross versus guys like you? What's the difference? Because at the end of the day, you guys are all doing the same thing. So what's the leverage here with them versus you guys?
The leverage.
And sometimes you being in particular spaces and rooms. And it's not to take credit away from how impactful people can be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's different types of markets. The Indianapolis market, when it comes down to music, could be way different from Atlanta's music scene, which could be different from Minneapolis, which could be different from L.A. So,
explain that more when you say it can be different. Like,
mm-hmm.
we know Atlanta has everybody there, but what makes that market different?
Culture.
And why can't Indiana be? Let's get real. We have some major people here.
Absolutely.
the Jacksons.
Yeah.
We have some major people from Indiana to the Gary to the Chicago line.
Yep.
What's the problem from you guys' perspective?
Hip hop is a different monster. Now, everybody that you named, the Jacksons, the David Letterman, to Vivica Fox. Now, all of those are, they did, come out of Indianapolis or Indiana or whatever. But those are all different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop is a different monster. It's a different culture. It breathes different. And what I mean by that is just when he was saying like Atlanta music scene, the Atlantic music scene is way different than in the Indianapolis music scene. It's just because of the culture. The culture is different. The word that the slang they use is different. The way they talk, the way they walk, everything is different. But that is what makes Atlanta Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So do we need to be more thuggish, I guess?
No, not thuggish.
I'll call it how I see it. I'm just saying we need to be more close knit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
Okay.
so for example, hey, I've been networking here for the past 8.5 years, 9 years, and I'm still open minded. So hey, if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Don't hold me to it. But how I see it, let's say somebody just dropped a fire song. It's an independent artist. You don't know this dude. And how many people will reach out to you and say, hey, I'm doing my thing. I'm reaching my hand out to you. Is you down? Right. I want to put you on the radio. I want to put you in the sync licensing industry. I want to put you in these rooms. So like being open-minded to sharing resources. Hey man, I want you on.
I like the way you said that.
So for example, and I got to give a shout out. Shout out to B Swift.
Yeah, because he gives back.
Yeah, facts. He be giving back, and it's like you don't expect somebody from the radio to reach out to you and say, "Hey, yo, I think you got potential," or they even have the mindset of, "I'm gonna open a platform for independent artists for you to be put on these showcases that involve national organizations."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't hear that a lot in the most respectful way. I love the city, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But when it comes down to just being open-minded to sharing resources and extending people extending their hand, hey, I already know that I'm in these rooms and I know that you nice. Come on. Mm-hmm. Is you down to learn some game instead of, they didn't show up to this. People been leaving me hanging. I don't know if people deserve this. When's the last time you genuinely show love outside of your pride and ego?
Right.
Damn.
Respectfully, though. And it's not to
I like
stereotype the city, but it's to say that could be more, it could be more common.
Because a lot of people here have that crab in the barrel mentality.
Wow.
I reached out to 4200 Corey the other day. I was like, hey, listen, hey, I'm just extending my hand, bro. You doing your thing. Your single is popping. Everybody's listening to you. Bro, you represent the whole city, bro. The state, to keep it real. Let me know if you down, bro. I got you.
Yeah.
Did they respond back to you?
Sure did. Yeah. And true, that's always it is a two-way street.
Right.
But the main important thing is people that know they in position to extend their hand. Hey, I know you ain't got merch. I got a print press company.
Right.
What's happening?
I know such and such.
Exactly. Is you down?
I think we just talked about all that before you came on the set.
Yep.
How we as people, we was already doing that. But our biggest thing is, like you said, we have this mindset that we're afraid to pass that knowledge and that gift of kindness.
Yeah.
Like it's going to kill you to just say, hey, I got that hookup for you.
Right.
Yeah, let's collaborate.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Why not?
That's it. That right there, that speaks volume.
And that's a sense of community.
Yeah.
So if you ain't approaching things with the sense of this within the sense of community, when it comes down to collaborating, I get it. People are gifted with what they're gifted with. But that should be the main purpose of you having so much creative energy, for you to pass this along to people and for you to spread the knowledge.
Right.
But that's just me, though.
And look. Remember I told you the reasons why I like both of you guys' style of music. That's exactly how you rap. That's
That's how you rap.
That's exactly how
Well,
you
I-
rap.
I would think it came from the same mind.
So tell me about this song. What made this song, out of so many songs that you've done, what makes this song another one of your most inspiring songs? Because you got so many. I mean, my favorite is Grace and Timeless. Those are definitely my two of my favorites. And Head in the Clouds. I got my head in the clouds. Relentless. I love that one. But this song is different. What makes this song different?
I'm gonna be honest. Silence.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I needed, that element. That's what I'm saying. That he adds an ingredient that I don't have, Right. So if I'm trying to cook, I'm in the lab, I'm trying to cook.
Yeah.
And I got a taste for something spicy.
Yeah.
And I don't have no jalapenos, so I gotta call and order some spice, or something, just something that adds something different to it, a different feeling, a different flavor. Again, this is my EP, so I didn't want it to get stale. I don't want every song to sound the same. I don't want, so I wanted a different element, and he has a entirely different sound, a whole different element. So I was like, I would love to incorporate that with what I got going on, and let's see what happens. We mesh it together, and something beautiful came out.
I remember the first time I interviewed 12, and I had just got done doing you, and I said, man, look, you need to get this dude called Dead Silence.
I think, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I was like, this dude is like, he's marketable. I mean, like,
he's cold. My Uncle Jams kept talking about him.
Really?
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah.
Talk about Dead Silence.
He keeps his ear to the street hard, so he's listening for a lot of Indianapolis artists and stuff. He calls me all the time and asks, "Hey, have you ever heard of such and such? Have you ever heard of?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I heard of him. How is he? How is the scene there? Is the music scene for him or against him?" And he says stuff like that all the time. So he keeps his ear to the street, but he was definitely on Dead Silence, like a hawk.
How do you think? How does it make you feel knowing that a legend like Sid, who is real particular when it comes to artists, especially the rap artists, that
absolutely
really had his ear to the ground and basically said to one of his first artists, "Hey, you need to check him out. I think I see something." How did you feel about that?
It makes me humble, and that's the main thing that keeps me humble, just due to the fact that I really go by two things when it comes down to creativity. You being an entrepreneur in general, nobody owes you attention, and all vibes ain't for everybody. So it really is an honor and a privilege for anybody to speak up your name in any room when you're not there, because people don't have to do that. They don't have to show you love. They don't have to be a fan of you. A lot of people could just be, it's all right, that's it, and just move on to the next artist. And there's tons of artists. There's so many songs that drop within a day, one day alone. So imagine
200,000.
Exactly. So imagine a week, and then you break that down into a month, and then you break that down into a year. Now, what makes people so attracted to what you put out?
Uncle Jam say that all the time.
So that's really special for anybody to say, you know what, dang, I like what you do. I'm gonna keep a tab on you. I'm gonna keep watching you. I appreciate what you put out. So, for real, much respect to Jams, for real. Much respect to anybody that shows anybody love, because they don't have to do that.
Much appreciated. Much
for real.
appreciated. Salute to all the fans and people who support, the listeners. Salute to all of those.
Absolutely.
How do you guys know when to? You just brought up something. You mentioned a high number of everybody dropping something all the time. How important is it to have the right timing? Like, I'm gonna use this as an example. Somebody came to me and says, "I want to do a podcast. Can you create me a podcast?" I said, "Yeah, we can create you a podcast." And they sat down and they, did their show, and they said, I said, "Well, when you guys gonna finish the project?" It's like, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "How many shows you plan to launch?" Well, just I figure once a month. You're irrelevant.
Yep.
irrelevant. You're doing a show. It's different than what you've been doing. This is a show. So to go back to what I'm asking you guys, you mentioned a high number of individuals dropping music like rabbits. How do you know when it's time for you to put your stuff out? Because you just don't want to be a whole bunch of music in a number shift. It has to be strategic. How do you guys do that?
Want me to answer? Or you want to go?
Because I'm pretty sure you guys got two different ways of doing it.
Yeah. I was gonna say he probably got his own method.
What's your way, and then what's yours?
So mine would be when I can't even say feel. I go off of what I know.
Okay.
So numbers is numbers. When I get the feeling of the statistics like just dying down, listeners dropping, the saves dropping, playlist ads dropping, nobody's saying nothing, and it's okay, cool, bet, now it's that time. And there's this thing of people drop what they drop. People drop that song or drop that project, and then you take some time, you let it breathe, or some people mark it before or after while the drop happens. They may do some events, they may do some shows, interviews. So you're giving yourself that buffer time of people getting awareness of what you do. And then eventually it gets to a standpoint to where it's like nothing. Of course, you need your breathing room. You need your space, take your necessary breaks. I get that. But then again, eventually it's like, what's next? And usually that happens at a period where like things are dang near at a standstill. So that would be my main approach. And anytime I'm like, okay, there's been enough silence. Boom. No pun intended.
Too much dead silence, huh?
No pun intended.
Yeah. But no, my method is more or less, now I'm under the umbrella of MECAP. Right. So it's more strategic according to like industry, how industry operates or whatever. And that's all because of Uncle Jams and, his ties to, I don't know if I'm going to be putting out all his information, but yeah, all his old ties to like LaFace Records and stuff like that when he was, working, with them and everything. So he kind of understands more or less how the industry operates and when certain projects, like, okay, for instance, I'll give y'all this little bit of information. There are quarters. And so whenever you put out a project, whenever you get paid from that project, you get paid through, ASCAP or BMI or whatever, but they pay you in quarters. And so that's every few months or whatnot. Right. And so the last quarter of the year, normally, I know this is how it used to be. It ain't like that no more because, now it's all streaming. But in the industry, normally they never released a low, like a tier B or tier C type of artist during the last quarter of the year. Normally it's because the record execs and everybody's going home for the holidays and they shutting down shop. But only top-notch artists were able to release any kind of albums or records during the last quarter of the year. Like Jay-Z or somebody could do it. Snoop Dogg could do it, but you wouldn't catch, I don't know, I can't think of a tier B artist right now. I don't even want to call out nobody. Right.
Chingy.
Right. Like Chingy, he wouldn't be able to drop a album in that last quarter.
Every time I try to release something.
Me back, yeah.
Right. He can't release nothing?
Right. He's not you have to be a top tier artist because.
Let me rephrase it. Every time I try to release something,
me back.
So if we're talking about his prime, oh no,
right.
Was A-list.
Right.
But if we're talking about now,
yeah,
we can't consider him as A-list. For example, I never forget, his name randomly popped up in my head one time. And this was, keep in mind, this is after he made One Call Away. After he made what? Chilling at the Holiday Inn. Mm-hmm. So he had his like peak. And then this was like years later. And I'm like, hey, I wonder what Chingy's doing. Just random.
Yeah.
I looked it up. I had no idea. Man, this dude had dropped like 5 to 6 mixtapes. And I'm like,
you would never know.
Yeah.
Really?
Keep in mind, this is years later. I never heard it from nobody that he dropped all those mixtapes. So that's a prime example of like, just how the timing is.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably on number 8, number 9 right now. Hey,
It's a lot of artists that's dropping out. Snoop Dogg got Death Row right now.
Yeah.
And Daz, Corrupt, all of them been dropping albums right now.
Yep.
To what? To become relevant again? Or to make money?
Depends on the intentionality.
It's on the artist. I don't know what their intentions are, but it could be to make money. It could be a little bit of both.
Yep.
Let me ask you guys a question before we wrap up. I just gotta ask this because this is a download. How did you develop? How did you find your niche? What was the journey? I'm talking to you first, because let me explain something so people can understand. I'm very enlightened, and I look at signs, symbols, and tokens, and I listen. You have a lot of mystic stuff going on. A lot of people don't understand that. The symbolism.
Oh yeah,
all that.
What
What was your
Egyptian stuff?
It goes deeper than that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It goes.
I can talk about it.
Yeah, it goes deeper. It goes deeper than that.
Okay.
But we use the word awakening, and I can clearly see you've been awakened, and that from however it started, I like the end result. Put it like that. What was it like when you found your niche? And I'm gonna ask you the same thing. What was that like for you?
My niche was, I always had this thing where, and this was ever since I first started making music, but I knew that my creativity was so versatile I couldn't be put in a box.
Wow.
By any means. I started finding out that, oh dang, I'm actually nice at rapping, because I found out that I'm good at poetry, and I did that before music. I'm good at battle rap. I did that before music. So I'm like, okay, I know for a fact, tweak a couple of things, I can really get this rap thing on lock in my own way. And then I started experimenting with singing. Then realized, oh, dang, I can hold a couple of notes. So realizing that, like, I'm so versatile creativity wise, and then experimenting on different beats, that's when it hit me like, okay, like I'm building towards something, but I didn't know that it was my niche. And what it really was, and I never forget, so went through something real traumatic. I got out the hospital, and I never forget, I kept hearing, this was after a beat from Zero.
I love Zero.
I'm just harmonizing with this beat, and I'm like, dang, this is different. So I started to combine the poetry with the rap, with the singing, and then Vanilla Bean came.
Boom.
So that's when I realized, and the crazy thing about Vanilla Bean, it dropped. A couple of months passed, and the reaction was good. But then this thing got into the hand of a couple of social media curators. Never forget, passed out. One night I woke up and the numbers was crazy. I'm like, dang. Passed out, woke up again the next day. Numbers get even crazier. I'm like, what? And it just kept getting crazier and crazier.
When you say crazier numbers, give me an idea. What's the numbers we're looking at?
I'm talking about like
Thousands.
a couple of, it started at a couple of hundred, and then it went up to like 800, then it went up to 1,000, couple of thousand, and I'm talking about people that's streaming this. If people stream your music here, the country lights up, USA.
Yeah.
When people stream this across the world, then all the countries light up, and it's like a light blue color.
Yeah.
When you get like some listeners. When I say dang near the whole world on Spotify artists lit up, I was like, whoa.
Wow.
This is different. So yeah, after Vanilla Bean, then I started to realize what people was in tune with, what I'm good at, and how I could bridge the gap in between.
12. What about you?
Man,
Your niche is definitely different because you was blessed at signing at a young age. But let's get real. Jams said it. I don't know too many dudes outside of Twister that can do what you do.
Facts.
okay.
And look, I'm trying to do it and I can't even do it. Look, when I listen to his music, I be like this.
I do it on
I
purpose.
just do my hand like this.
I designed that.
Really?
Yeah, I designed that purposely, and I can change it at any moment.
So people like me won't steal it.
No, that ain't why I did it. Okay, so I'm very versatile. Like Silence was talking about. I'm very creative too. Now I can't sing. I ain't gonna be able to say I can hold a note like you can. But I'm an artist in different ways. I
Right.
did tattoos and everything. So I can I'm an artist. So in my mind, putting songs together is very similar to painting a masterpiece type thing. So it's like it's just what paints that I feel like using today. Do I want to use this color or this color? But so the reason why I designed it like that is because I wanted to be different. I was like, okay, I don't want to sound like everybody does in the city, or I'm like a normal sound. A lot of people use the ABC 1 2 3 rap, and stuff like that. That's cool if that's their thing. But I just wanted to do something to where I can say, okay, I'm going to stand out if I do this. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to I'm going to speed this up a little bit. And instead of just saying it like this. And I don't know if a lot of people, okay, I'm about to give away some of my secrets. Just for you, Dre.
Okay.
But I don't know if a lot of people pay attention. But again, this is another thing that I purposely do when I write. I weave my rhymes in with each other. Like,
Yep.
you seen
Yep.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Only normally other artists would notice. But if you're not another artist, you just hear rap.
Damn, I must be dumb as hell. 'Cause
No,
I
you ain't dumb. You just
I just hear rap.
right. Nah, but I weave rap. So I okay. Let me try to think. I press the button, start the ignition, rev up the engine. I'm gone. Can feel the suspension from me bending all of these abs that I'm on. So I just took gone. I said a lot of other stuff and on, but at the same time I'm still rhyming suspension, engine. You know what I mean? So I'm rhyming words inside of words. I'm purposely doing this, but I'm weaving them. You know what I mean? I'm weaving rhymes in and out of each other. Wow. So when I say I press the button, start the ignition, rev up the engine, I'm gone. Can feel the suspension from me bending all of these abs that I'm on, this path that I'm on. See, I'm still
rhyming.
Path that I'm on. I'm never alone. My girl's in my sight. I set the tone. See, I'm still rhyming off of I'm never alone, set the tone. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm weaving all types of lyrics inside of each other while still trying to stay consistent and telling a story or whatever I'm doing. So now I said it, you're gonna probably pay attention more. But
I'm a rep. Look, I wasn't born to be a rapper.
Silly. But I do these things intentionally. To try to be different, to try to stand out, to try to, be looked at like a dead silence.
Yeah.
I mean, say a little something.
Before we wrap up, we got to give shouts out to one of the artists that was featured on there that we didn't
Manny
get a chance to.
Mukal, what's up, Manny?
So tell me about Manny Mukal, since we had bad weather, so that's one of the reasons why he probably can't get here.
Yeah.
But tell me why pick him to be on this? Tell me the story about him briefly.
Again, because I'm humble. Like me and Silence was saying earlier, I love listening to other artists, and it ain't just about me. I love incorporating other sounds, other anything. I like working with other people, and it's artistry. Mm-hmm. But I work with them, and so when we were at work, we discussed a lot of things, and hey, topic come up, hey, I rap. You rap? I rap. Let me hear what you got. And we got it like that. And so when I heard him, and he hasn't been like really out here. I knew he had a talent, but he's never like pushed it. He's never like recorded something and actually released it, or things like that. And I was like, well, I do that all the time. So here, come over here and jump on this train with me real fast. And
Was he hesitant?
Oh no. Well, I let me rewind. Kinda, because I told him I don't cuss in my music, so the lyrics got to be clean.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. But then he was like, I can do it. I can do it. And I was like, and this is what Uncle Jam's always said when he made that final, all right, I'm only going to work with artists that, are not cussing and profanity, whatever. But is if you're an artist, then you're an artist. It shouldn't be anything that limits you from being an artist.
Why do you think he said,
Because some people can't switch. Some people doesn't have that diversity, or that, that they.
He's
I won't lie.
a limited artist then? Is that what you would call it, a limited artist?
I mean, not. I mean, you're gonna get me in trouble, man.
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
So, it's not a limit, but you're used to a specific type of style. So,
like
for
that.
example, like if anytime you play a beat, and I'm on a 16, and I'm so used to cussing, clockwork.
Right.
Now, if I'm used to you playing a beat, and my mindset instantly goes from, oh, I can cuss, this one, I'm a not cuss. Now I'm versatile, but you got to be used to operating in that versatile, creative mind state. Right. So some people could turn that switch off. Some people, they're like, oh, dang, like, wait, what do I do? Because I'm so used to it. Right. So you're still an artist.
What do I say? How can I say this?
Yeah.
But can't you deliver a message? We talked about this when we had you on the first podcast, and I asked you this question. If I'm going to be a rapper, do I automatically start to use the profanity because that's what I've been subjected to? And the second part of this is you can deliver a message without using profanity. I think Sid said the same thing.
Absolutely.
What's your take on that?
Because
you had to do it. Didn't you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I
on this last song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I started. I never cussed a lot in my music.
That's how I started too. Now I think about it, I forgot that I didn't.
And the crazy thing is, so before I started dropping music, when I was experimenting, I cussed a lot. And it's funny. My mom found random songs. She came home one day. She was like, "Who's this?"
Did she get the soap?
Dang there.
Yeah, my mom used to give us the soap. Boy, believe me, you stopped real quick.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, you don't like me cussing, I get it. But then that was when I first hit my switch. Okay, how do I turn that switch off, still deliver a message, and keep it clean? But at any time, I'm like, okay, you know what? I could turn that switch back on, then get into it. So
that versatility.
Yeah. So
was it difficult for you guys to turn that off? Because let's get real, when you guys were coming up rapping, that's all you heard. NWA.
Yeah.
That's how people say, hey, you got to sell that track. This is how you got to drop it.
Mm-hmm.
But how difficult was it for you?
It was different. I'm not gonna say it was difficult.
I mean to create now, because where once you put a word in there, you bitch, you motherfucker. Now you got to think of how I'm going to deliver.
That's it.
This where it makes sense and I can still flow with it.
I can tell you what I did first. I would still write the rhymes with the cuss words in it, as long as the cuss words weren't what I call dominant words. Dominant words are words that I'm going to rhyme off of.
Okay.
So as long as it's not a dominant word that I have to say a cuss word, like if I end up my bar with truck,
yeah,
you already know,
right.
I'm gonna rhyme off of it, when I get to the next bar. But so I just had to find a way to, okay, so I'm not going to use dominant words to rhyme off of. I mean, the cuss words to rhyme off of. And then the cuss words that I said in between, I just scratched them out and tried to, okay, again, I'm an artist, so I do things strategically. So I count the syllables.
Yeah. Yep.
The syllables that's in certain words. You know what I mean? So
look, y'all better be paying attention, man. Y'all getting some game. Y'all getting some game. So okay, the syllables what now?
Yeah. So if I wanted to say MF, that's 4 syllables. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna find another word that can fill that 4 syllable without saying that.
Man, that's deep.
So instead of mother I would say other sucker or something, you know what I mean? Like something that will still rhyme, but I had to change still hit the same amount of syllables. I'm a deep thought thinker when I come writing, man.
So you could say instead of you could say love my mother or
Right.
another summer.
Right.
So it's
it's
the same like math. You're just interchanging the words to
What's more important here, the words or the beat in the hook? Let me tell you where I'm going with this. I just wanna see. I wanna see. Do you know me? Winning in 1, 2, 3.
I think it's 50-50.
same.
No, it can't be 50-50.
Yeah.
Because I don't know half the stuff you guys be saying, but that hook, I just wanna see. 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean?
That's why it's called a hook.
No, facts.
So the question is, you both of you guys can answer. What's more important? Like, because it's just like when I do a podcast, I'm always thinking, what is the audience? I'm gonna have my question, but I'm more in tune to what do they really want to hear, and I'm gonna ask that. So, how do you guys do that? Because I'm not gonna be able to rap like him, and I can't do a twister. Blah, 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 blah. That's why I would do my hand like this when I listen to your music. Then I listen for the hook, okay, and I go, okay, I know that part of it. You know what I mean? So, really, from your standpoint, what's more important for you to really capitalize on? Is it the hook, the beat, or the words?
They go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly.
You ain't getting off like that.
Man,
You
let
ain't
me
getting off
phrase
like that.
No, facts. No, that's 100% though, because like from an artist, and it's really different the ways that you approach it. You can approach this from a standpoint of, and just to say, sometimes we bridge the gap naturally. I can say this is what resonates with me: the beat, the lyric, the verse, the hook, everything. And at the same time, what resonates with people from a listener's perspective, from an audience perspective. So sometimes it really is 50-50 where we do bridge the gap. Yeah, I like this, but how does it sound if you was to listen to it? So no, sometimes it really is the peanut butter to the jelly. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me. It's like this. I just wanna see.
I wanna see.
Yeah, exactly. No, prime example.
That song wouldn't be that song without that beat.
Okay.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that was a Rick Ross beat with
he doesn't say
right. Or if it was that I got my head in the clouds, that's not, you wouldn't have got that same feeling. You wouldn't have got that same. So the beat helps craft the words.
Ooh, deep.
If you know what I mean, if you feel what I'm saying.
So,
when I write, I go off of the feeling of the beat first.
Okay.
So like how he said when he was listening to the Vanilla Bean track before he actually had the words, he was just vibing into it. And that's what you have to do as an artist. When I get a track, I don't just grab it and just start writing. Nah, I sit back. I vibe to it. Sometimes I put it in my car and I just ride. I go to work. I come back home from work. I'm just listening to the track over and over and over because I'm vibing with it. And it helps craft the words. So if it wasn't for that beat, then if it wasn't for that 465 beat, 465 wouldn't have been born.
Facts.
Yeah, I like 465. Yeah.
Facts.
And it was beautifully put together too. I mean,
right on.
I can tell on 465. You literally, this is just my take. I'm trying to foresee. You literally was in your car one day, and you was driving. Because when you say
what it sound like,
man,
it's
smooth. Because he was like, no matter where you get off on 465, I'm gonna be there. I was like, man, and I saw myself because that's what I did when I first came to the city. I took I took 465 everywhere. Where do you live off of 465?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How did that come about for you?
No, actually I wasn't in the car. That track. Okay, so when I very first got that track, and again I was vibing to it, so I'm sitting back listening, like how Dead Silence was talking about how he was scrolling through his old rhymes that he had that he never, and that was one of a rhyme that I had when I was with, shout out to Big Phil, Rhyme Life was happening, but I was with Rhyme Life Records, and I had a song where I started off the song where I just said 465 East in my Chevy Caprice, clean candy coated green with them things underneath. 15s for the beats, duels burning the streets. I'm laid back in the seats while I'm burning this leaf. And so that song, that verse kept coming to my head when I was listening to the track.
Right.
And the first part of that is 465 East in my Chevy Caprice, and that 465. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say the rest of that. I'm just gonna take that 465 part, and I'm about to write something else with it. You know what I mean? So
Really?
yeah.
So you just took out the 465 because that just what kept
It
registering.
resonated, you know what I mean? Because that beat was so smooth. When I heard it, I was like, man, this is a riding track. When I heard it, I'm like, this is something that I can just roll to. I can just cruise. It feel good.
Yeah.
And I was like, so if what can I do? What can I say that will resonate with the beat?
Well, I like it when you said take my time to unwind my mind.
Because I got no place to go.
Cause I got no place to go.
Yeah.
I'm on a 465.
And that's something that I also do. You know what I mean? When I'm listening to new tracks, or when
Yeah.
I just want to get out the house. Sometimes, man, I just go out and I just cruise, man. I just drive up and down.
Let me ask this question. We can really wrap up. It's not a big money game for you guys. Why do you keep doing it?
Love.
Facts. They need the same thing. Impact. There's nothing more special than when somebody resonates to what you put out. Nothing better than that. And that's something that honestly, true. It takes money to craft what you do, but that's priceless. That connection that you get,
Lying, boy.
man. When people go up to you after these shows, hit you up in these messages, a comment, or let you know face to face,
And that's
like,
all I listen to.
yeah, exactly. Like, man, what you did on stage was crazy, bro. Your project was nasty, bro. That collab, that video,
Yeah.
fire. That's what it's all about. Because
Yeah.
you just putting this energy out there. It's a God-given ability
Yeah.
for you to put energy out there from a natural skill that you got. That's priceless. You can't buy that.
That's the truth. I concur 100%. And just to piggyback off of that, yeah, that the fact that you created something, that's something it came from you, something that how you felt,
It's your
you know,
child.
because exactly,
It's your baby.
It's like a baby, it's like a child, you know, it's like seeing your son get drafted to the NBA, and it's like it's a proud father moment. Like, look at what I produced, you know what I mean? Look at my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Doing this thing.
Yeah, he doing his thing.
Yeah.
And he's shocking the world out there. Look at him.
Let me go here since we're talking about putting out that energy. I got to give shouts out to Skip.
Salute. Skip is a GOAT.
His music is. We got to get him on the show. He's talking about a dude that must be busy. He must be totally busy. So
Yeah, Skip does it all.
I like his music, but what I like more, and I'm gonna ask you guys this question. He's doing something that I thought was really beautiful. He's mentoring, putting people up under his belt, sharing that knowledge, what we talked about offset and stuff. You're doing something as well. You're purchased some land on the east side. You're getting ready to do agriculture, farming, and building a stable community where people can go have food, and I think that's so awesome. Tell me a little bit about that. What you have lining up for the future, how that's going to work.
Yeah, so God's blessed me with a green thumb. I've been growing veggies for the past 4.5 years.
Salute.
And it was crazy. You know, just every now and then when we have these moments of prayer and gratitude, and I never forget. I just put a prayer up, and I'm like, I had the idea. What if I was able to grow veggies in mass production? And I'll never forget. I came home late one day. I said the prayer. I couldn't see a cloud in sight. It was 2:11 in the morning. I said that prayer, closed my eyes. Both my hands was at the side of my legs. And when I tell you, I felt 2 raindrops on my right wrist. Dang near cried. But that was like confirmation. Like, okay, yeah, this
God
and
is
it's
real.
just- yeah, just like God ordained. So, yeah, you know, just really want to take the initiative when it come down to helping people. Just like music, when it come down to auditory listening, and why not feed people when it come down to food? It's the same thing. It's just, you know, just swap. So, I mean, you know, want to bring in partnerships, and you know, just want to let people know that, hey, you deserve to eat. It's messed up that we in a system that's willing to cut people off when it come down to state funding, federal funding, and say, you know what,
you don't deserve to eat, even though there's already a system designed for you to eat. But we're still going to cut these off just so money could be allocated into funds that's not necessary and don't benefit people as a mass culture. So, that's my thing. I'm real passionate when it comes down to being there for people. So
what do we need to do to support you? How can the viewers reach out for that cause that you're trying to do? And this is a work in progress. And my hats off to you. I think we as people need to realize that we can grow our own food.
Yes,
absolutely, anybody can.
Yeah,
And
God gave us everything that we need.
Everything, and just like you said, God gave us everything we need. People say they don't have a green thumb. A green thumb can be taught. You just need consistency and discipline with being open-minded. A green thumb can be taught. So
I tell people all the time, to be great, you got to be consistent.
That's it.
That part. That's it.
That's it. Consistency is key.
What's up with you? You getting ready to mentor and do some other things? What you got going on? It's getting ready to be 2026. What do you have going on? You don't dropped Grace. Let me tell you what you did. You don't did some crazy shit for 2025.
Come on.
Grace with Forecast. You headlined it, the music thing with Sid, the Kneecap thing.
Yep.
You did 465 during the championship of the Indiana Pacers. I mean, damn, and now you got another. You got All I Know with Dead Silence. Do you ever stop?
Nah, man. I can't. It's in my DNA. I'm an artist. I can't. It's like it's my calling. It's like I would wake up. I'm sure Dead Silence do it too, but I would wake up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning from a dead sleep and hurry up and write something down. I gotta. I gotta type this real fast.
Really?
I would rap in my sleep. I would.
Are you taking Adderall?
But what I got going on, man, again, I'm all for the church, man. I got, churches and stuff. So we give out, we do food giveaways and pass out food to the homeless.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, man. To the all the needy, like Dead Silence is talking about. I want to help people, and it ain't just through music. I mean, that's just one route that I'm taking, but I want to help people in all angles. So. Anything I can do, like people, you deserve to eat. I mean, God gave you everything that you need. So there shouldn't be any man that can tell you what you can't eat or when you can and can't eat. Nah, scratch that.
You know what I think we need to do next year? This is serious. We need to put together a benefit to raise awareness, like a food drive or something.
I'm down for that.
Let's do it.
We just, the artists and local artists and other artists come participate. All the money goes toward,
I promise I turned it off.
That's your song. Is that the I Am Beast radio station?
Yeah. I got I Am Beast radio station calling me right now. What up, Dre?
Right here. So we need to do that. I think that'd be good. Maybe for 2026 we really take you guys' idea and magnify it a little bit bigger and really address these situations. Even homelessness. People can't even afford to buy, not buy, but to rent. Like, what's this world coming to?
Man, we
got
so
tons of property.
Yeah.
Look, tons of apartments being built.
Y'all don't want to get me started.
And nobody can move in them because the rent is outrageous.
Man, they setting up some type of system, bro.
And what's the system? Everybody on the street
to exclude certain groups of people.
Oh, okay.
They're setting up a system to.
It's going to be two classes: the have and the have-nots.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that before you even said it.
I'm trying to keep it PG because I don't want Uncle James calling me. Why did you say that?
So I heard.
So
12. We don't talk about politics.
Yeah.
But you're on the Andre The Beast Crayton show, so
yeah, you let your guard down a little bit.
You can let your guard down a little bit.
So my guard's down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Something about his voice just still makes me tremble. Like if he calls me, yeah. Look. This no lie. I would call. As soon as I hear from him, I text 12. Like, okay. Or if he texts me, I say, okay, did I do something I wasn't supposed to do? He goes, let me check it out. But no, I like Sid. He's a good guy.
Yeah, man. That's why I got him in my corner, man. He's a stand up type of dude, man, and he knows the music industry like the back of his hand. He knows the ins and outs. He got all the connections. The dude is the dude.
Now, before we leave, you guys got a new song out. Give the viewers a little taste of it, and then we're gonna talk about how they can download it and get it.
What you mean, give him a taste of? You mean rap it?
Yeah, I want to hear a little bit of it. The viewers want to hear it.
Go to YouTube, right? Nah.
They can go to YouTube and watch the complete thing, but you guys are in the studio. I got to give them
Man, I
something.
seen it all before, so I know what I know when I can't go for what your mouth say. Hey. Nowadays, they done found ways trying to get me outraged, take me to a whole different outtake. Hey. So I stay in my lane where it ain't much change, and I know the terrain just like I'm supposed to. Hey. Keep an eye on who I'm close to. If I don't know you, then I know what you won't do. You can try it if you want to, but that's on you. You be dealing with the consequence, and I'm convinced you get what you get when you start to set aside the risk. Start using your common sense. You should know. Stepping. No, I ain't gonna go. I'm gonna cut it off, man.
Exactly. Yeah, just a little teaser.
I ain't gonna say the whole thing.
Let me get your part, Solid. Give me a little bit of what you got to do on there.
I said, sway from side to side and feel the groove. Blinded by the side, I'm true and smooth. Don't you like the way I got your mind? Homies got my back without a spine. Clouds of fences flood the room, it's fine. Must relax before I'm out of line. Yeah, I'm gonna chill right now.
Smoking.
Look, I'm getting ready to change my profession.
Nah, we need you. We need you to be the beast.
I'll get ready to change my profession, man. Y'all I just have so much fun when you guys are doing that, man.
It is fun, man. It's part of it, you know. It's love.
How can the viewers reach out to you? What's your email address and the whole 9 yards? How can the viewers reach out to you?
My email, deadsilence10mc@gmail.com. You can reach out to my Instagram, IG, at deadsilence9. You can reach out to my Facebook, deadsilence9mc, my TikTok, deadsilence9. I follow back.
12.
Yeah, me too, man. I follow back. So if you follow me, I promise you, I'm going to follow you back. Hey, it's love. But you can find me anywhere, 12317 at 12317, 12_317, or you can just Google MECAP Music. That's MECAP Music, and you can find me and a lot of other artists that are great.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been, and thank you guys for taking time out because it's we got some snow.
Well, we had fun because we done.
We got some snow out there too, and I don't want to get you guys up in the snow. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe, like, follow, share. That's all it takes is one click of that button to change the life of somebody as well as your own. This has been another, and I do mean another, exciting episode of the Andre the Beast Crayton Show.
Let's get it.